Okay, I'm Iman bin Chaibeh. I'm the founder and editor-in-chief of Sale magazine. Well, a little bit about myself. I'm late 20s, technically mid to 20s, and I started the magazine almost a year and a half ago. And my background is in IT, so it's nothing to do with publishing, nothing to do with magazines, but I've always had the passion for it. So I've actually worked for almost 5 years in the corporate world, in different fields of the IT as project management and so on. And then later on I started the magazine. Okay. Reading and writing was always a passion in my life. Since I was a little kid, that was my main thing of my life. You find me always reading. I started writing at a very young age, to write just my journal or my thoughts and so on. I started publishing them whenever I can and show them to my friends, so that was always part of my life. Here and there we start to look at what's in the market in terms of, okay fine, let's not look at books, let's look about some alternatives. So magazines was the thing, and when we look at the different magazines that are available, they're either business or they're fashion or celebrities magazines. But then when we thought about it a little bit, it's like there's no magazines that really document the way we think when we sit in gatherings and so on. When friends discuss, families discuss, we discuss things from the society. So there's nothing that documents it. No one writes those things. It's not being published anywhere. So we're like, okay, fine, let's start out as an idea for the magazine, to go printed, not to go printed. So we decided to go online, and the idea started there. It was a bit challenging in the beginning because it's always a problem when you try to find writers on board, because it's a new idea. So at the beginning it was me, I was a writer, and my friend Chaibeh, she was a writer. Until people started to get to know about the magazine through Twitter and Facebook. By the third issue, people started to join in and say, we want to be part of the magazine, we want to write. And now we have a group of writers of about 11 writers, and every couple of months we have a new columnist that join us. Most of them are Emiratis. Most of them are Emiratis, and that's what I'm trying to build, as in people from the Emirates, people who document the way we think, because it was about proving that Emiratis do think, that we do have our own style of writing, our own style of thinking, and we do discuss the issues in the community. So that was the emphasis on the magazine. Later we may grow beyond, to grow to GCC, to Cycling Cup, but at this point it's Emiratis. It's always a pleasure. Until now, when every issue comes out, when the writers are very excited about their article that's published, when new writers join every issue, the joy that I see through them, that's my joy that I get from every issue. So alhamdulillah, it's not a joy that I only got at the first issue. It's a joy that I keep on getting on a monthly basis. Yeah. Okay, I've come across this question before. I'm not planning so far to go printed because it kind of defies the concept of going on online magazine, especially that going printed requires a lot of budget and a lot of sponsorship and so on. However, what I may be considering in the short term is at the yearly issue is to print out a number of the articles that may have been the ones that were most read, and print them in a volume-like printing, and give out exclusive copies for people who have been with the magazine for so long and have been supporters and so on. So this is what I'm considering at this point. I did get that. I do get it every now and then, and I got it, the drastic one was the very beginning of the magazine. It was after the first issue. With a week or so, I got a group of people who came by and said, we want to be part of your magazine, we want to be writers. There were about 6 writers. 3 days before the issue, I get an email, a short email from one of them saying, by the way, we're not going to be joining your magazine, we're pulling back, all of them. So that was like, it's too short of a notice, and خلاص, the next month is coming and I've got no material. What's the point of the magazine? Let's just stop it, there's no point, and so on. But then you think a little bit about it. There was an advice I got before I start from a friend of mine, Chaibeh. He gave me the advice I gave you as well. Before you start the project, write down on a note of paper, why do you want to do what you want to do? So I looked at the paper. What was it? It was, I want people to start reading, I want people to start writing, and I wanted to spread as a concept. So, okay, mission still not achieved, grab up everything and just go ahead with it. So me and my friend, we stayed late for a couple of nights until we picked up some content and we published it. And a month after that, we started to get our first new columnist, and new columnists started to flow after. Okay. I see it growing humongously, inshallah. For instance, now I really wanted to grow across the UAE, to be properly read across the UAE. Later on, I would like to expand it to be having a sale magazine UAE, sale magazine Bahrain, sale magazine Saudi. It's a concept that can be regenerated in different countries and different people to manage it. I don't need to be the one to manage it. It's just an idea. You guys can take it and mimic it as well. So that's what I would love sale magazine to grow for. I believe whatever is the idea, not specifically for journalism, whatever is, or whatever it is the field that they want to pick up on, is that perseverance. You really, if you have an idea, do not expect it to just happen between a day and night. Do not expect it to just happen as easily as anything else in your life, because if it was that easy, everyone else would have picked it already. Okay. The magazine can be viewed on www.sailemagazine.com. Sail as S-A-I-L, emagazine.com. It has a Twitter handle, Sail E-Magazine. There is a contact us page on the magazine itself, so you can just go there and click on it, and you'll find the email address and all the other accounts of Sail E-Magazine itself, so you can get in touch with us. So Sail came because in reality Sail is a journey. So it's a journey from the past to the future. You pick up what you want from traditions, you pick up what you want to keep up from the past, and go to a future you build for your own. Interesting. It redefines the way we communicate with each other. It really redefines it. It's shorter terms, because it's 140 characters, at least for Twitter itself. We used to be, at least before Twitter specifically, we became, young generations are very disconnected from each other. We barely know each other. If they're not in your class per se, you don't know that person, for our kids specifically. We're now becoming much more connected than before. Beyond only your city, you're becoming connected to the people across the sea and across Arab countries and across. So social media has connected us again, have built the way we think about stuff, and have built the way we discuss stuff in a shorter terms and direct to the point. So that's how I see it changing us. Hi, I'm Iman bin Chaibeh, and you're at thinkup.ae.